This is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the upcoming transit of the planet Jupiter, which is taking place on May 1st, when Jupiter from Aries will enter the sign of Taurus. So guys, we have had our discussion customized to all the rising signs. Now in this part, we will just try to briefly look at, let's say for example, if you have some of your planets being placed in the Taurus, then in which capacity it is going to be manifesting results for you. So definitely guys, Jupiter's transit becomes very important because Jupiter is the planet of optimism, of good fortune, of hope, and lot many financial opportunity, abundance, good health, family, well-being. So all of that is somehow connected with the planet Jupiter. And definitely when it is going to be transiting over your natal planets, not only it is going to be bringing good luck, but also it is going to be activating the fortune side of that planet. Like the way when we say this thing, that what could be the fortunate side of the planet Mars? This could be a case that for long you are in a capacity to buy that property, but you're not able to do that. Or this could be a case that you stand a chance for acquiring any paternal property, but at the last minute things are going haywire. So Jupiter's transit over this natal Mars could help you. So in so many ways, this transit of Jupiter over your natal planets, if you have any planets placed in the Taurus, will become very important. So guys, I will not be covering this discussion from the point of view that because definitely Jupiter has got some additional aspect as well. Jupiter is going to be transiting in the different degrees. It is going to be transiting over different nakshatra as well. Within Taurus, there is the energy of the Kritika nakshatra, of the Rohini nakshatra, of the Mriksira nakshatra as well. So all of that I'm not going to be covering. All what I will be talking about in this video is that if you have any important planets placed in the Taurus, what they individually mean, and the entry and transit of Jupiter over them, what kind of results it is going to be bringing in your life. So okay guys, let's just start our discussion first with the king amongst all the planets, which is the planet Sun. So if you have your Sun placed in the Taurus, first of all, what does it tell about your personality? So guys, definitely when we talk about Sun, which has everything to do with your soul, which has everything to do with your degree and sense of individuality. So lot many times it has been seen that these are among those people who end up reaching good position of power and all, or like a lot many people who are in their own business or family business. Sun's placement in the Taurus seems to be very supportive for that as well, because guys, understand this thing, the innate nature and the quality of the Taurus is, it is a fixed sign, it is a earth sign. So when we talk about the aspect of possessiveness, persistent efforts, stability, security, all these qualities somehow prevail whenever planet is placed over in this zodiac sign. So just because Sun, which in itself tells about your public image, which tells about your connection with the important prominent people, concerns of the fame and recognition, so Sun's placement in the Taurus from all these areas and domains is generally considered as good. Like whatsoever you will get, you will have this capacity to retain that or manage that. Now when Jupiter will transit over this natal Sun, how it is going to be influencing you. So guys, understand this thing that when we talk about Jupiter's transit over this natal Sun, so in all these avenues and all, like let's say for example, I already gave this example that you're trying to do something in the domain of some restructuring in authority, some sort of important decision in the matters of your family asset, some sort of restructuring, like the way for example there are like certain things which you want to done, and all what is needed is the support, reference, word of some important people, or some important tender or project of yours has got struck in the middle way just because it is not getting the clearance from the prominent people. So I would say this thing that in all these kind of circumstances and scenario, Jupiter's transit over this natal Sun of yours will definitely support you. And definitely guys, you have to wait for like the minute Jupiter will enter the Aries sign, somehow your natal planets will start getting the positivity. But for the best results to function or manifest, you still have to wait for Jupiter to at least enter the nakshatra where this Sun is placed, like it is placed in the Kritika or in the Rohini or the Mriksira. But yes, one thing is for sure, that this entry of Jupiter over here will actually make you very optimistic when it comes down to any of the important decision which you want to take, and it will glorify your public image as well. So guys, Jupiter, which in itself represents the divine blessings, Jupiter in itself is a significator of good fortune. So I would say this thing, that blessings are definitely going to be safeguarding all of your public image related concerns, all of your family wealth, family dynamics related concerns. Now guys, let's move forward. Let's say for example, your moon is placed in the Taurus. So that in itself means that your moon is exalted. So first we will have our discussion little bit about how this moon is going to be behaving, being placed over there. So definitely guys, nothing would be better than this, that if your this moon is going to be placed in the Rohini nakshatra in itself as well. So yes, all the lunar qualities, like you will definitely have that stability and order in your emotions. You could be a very strong art collector. You will definitely have appreciation and eye for the beautiful things in the life. Along with that, I mentioned this thing, this is a earth and the fixed sign, so there's a strong possibility for your emotions to be stabilized. There's a strong possibility for you to attain, amass all the beautiful and good things in the life. Whether we talk about in the matters of finances, wealth, relationship, it is a good placement. Now what is going to be happening when Jupiter is going to be transiting over this natal moon? So definitely guys, Jupiter is a planet of optimism, buoyant optimism, your vision, hopefulness, along with that all sort of blessings. So let's say for example, in whichsoever domain, nothing could be better than this, that if you're already doing something where you are not only utilizing the energy of the Taurus, of the Venus, but also it is somehow connected with the Jupiter as well. Now let's say for example, your interest is in fashion and beauty, and you are a trainer, you are a blogger where you educate people regarding the domain of the beauty and Venus and the moon energy. And Jupiter, which in itself is the most important planet for the teachers, for the educators and all, for the information providers and all. So then this transit of Jupiter over your this natal moon is going to be very optimistic, very fortunate. It is going to be instilling you with new ideas, new collaboration, new opportunities. Or let's say for example, you have got some interest for travels. Your interest lies with the pursuit of the religious or spiritual knowledge and all. Or let's say for example, you have already acquired the knowledge, now you want to publish a book, you want to start your own coaching institute. So in whichever capacity you are operating, this energy of the and this transit of the Jupiter over your natal exalted moon will be a very fortunate event. Understand this thing guys, that whenever we talk about moon being placed in the water sign, that simply means that your intuitive aspect is very strong. Your subconsciousness is like a ripe fruit, it can absorb the energies all around it. And imagine this ripe moon is going to be in the positive aura, energy and influence of Jupiter for the next 1 year. So very good wishes to all those Taurus moon natives. Now guys, when we talk about, let's say for example, your Mars is placed in the Taurus sign. So definitely guys, there is a strong possibility, because we cannot overlook the fact that in one of the earth sign only Mars attained exaltation. I'm talking about the Capricorn. So when we talk about the energy, impulse and aggression of the Mars to be stabilized, for all those concerns, Mars placement in the Taurus is considered as a very good sign, and nothing could be better than that. If your domain is somehow connected with your livelihood, your income, your finance is somehow connected with the Martian domain, like you are a bone marrow or like any department where doing surgery, where land, muscle, military, analytical skills, mechanical skills are required. So if you are already operating in those domains, Mars's placement in the Taurus is generally considered as good. And along with that guys, because the way I mentioned this thing, that the impulse of the Mars gets stabilized with the energy of the Taurus. But there's one more added layer over here, because somehow Taurus has got a lot of kind of latent potential of being sensual as well. And so if Mars is placed over there, definitely it is going to make the person a little bit sensual. The personality is going to be little bit physical as well. Now Jupiter is going to be coming over this natal Mars of yours. Jupiter is a planet of optimism. Now you must be wondering that, okay, Jupiter has got nothing to do with the intimacy, sensuality and all, but Jupiter has got this capacity for expanding things, blowing things out of proportion. So in this regard, I would say this thing, that as much as this transit of Jupiter over your this natal Taurus Mars is beneficial for the financial abundance, for the increased intensity in your drive, in your motivation level, whatever things you want to achieve, you want to accomplish, but along with that, the sensual aspect might also take a toll. So regarding all that front, I would still say this thing, that the entry of Jupiter, and if in your life any of the financial and the artha aspect of the life of yours is connected with Mars in any capacity, then trust me, you are heading for some very good 1 year when Jupiter is going to be transiting over this natal Mars. Nothing would be better than that. If you are also going through the Antardasha or Pratantardasha, Mahadasha of the planet Mars as well, so Jupiter will definitely instill you with hopefulness, optimism, confidence. Moving ahead guys, now let's say for example, if your Mercury is placed in the Taurus sign. So definitely guys, Mercury is a very verbose planet, and when we talk about Mercury being in the Taurus, is a typical combination of someone being a chatterbox. Again guys, people say that, okay, communication is Gemini is the third house. Okay, I can understand Gemini and third house has everything to do with how adept you are in this day and age of social media and all. But when we talk about people who you come in contact with and they don't stop talking, that is the energy of Mercury in the Taurus. And again guys, even for the business acumen or financial intelligence and all, good multitasking and all, gift of gab and all, Mercury's placement in the Taurus is generally considered as a very good placement. So now guys, over here, just because now Jupiter is going to be transiting over this natal Mercury, so guys, in this regard, it is good that it is definitely going to make you little bit hyperactive or hyperactive for sure. Second thing is that for your mind to be filled with buoyant optimism, this instilled hope and motivation that you can do things, you can achieve, you can accomplish things, is definitely a very good indication. So guys, imagine if in your line of work, in your professional sphere, communication is an integral part of work, and Jupiter's transit and entry over this natal Mercury, Taurus Mercury of yours will definitely instill you with lot many new words, wisdom, trying to inspire, uplift people, and whomsoever your audience is going to be, they will also feel that uplifted energy in your work, in your content, in your presented projected self-image. So regarding that front, Jupiter's entry in the Mercury Taurus combination is always a sigh of relief for, like, you know, multitasking, too many travels, quick to act, very fortunate of being put in the right situation in front of right people. So definitely luck is going to be supporting you in getting any of your business goals and vision getting aligned in the right direction. So regarding that front, this transit of Jupiter over your natal Mercury is a supportive sign. So for next 1 year, trust me, people are going to be a fan of your used words or your vision which you have to share with the world. Now guys, when we talk about that, your Jupiter in itself is placed in the Taurus. So now you're going to have a Jupiter return after 12 years of time. So definitely guys, whenever a planet comes back to its original position, specifically when it is going to be a slow moving planet, that is definitely a time of some strong achievement or accomplishment in the domain of that zodiac sign, in the domain of that house, in the domain of that planet. So I mean to say, Jupiter has got everything to do with the your intelligence, family happiness, expansion, finance, wealth, prosperity. So in whichever domain this combination is taking place for you, so like the way you would have heard already the customized results for all the ascendants so far, but you can give one more added point to whatsoever you have heard so far, because now for you it is going to be additionally special, because for you it's going to be the Jupiter return. So that in itself means that definitely guys, luck is going to be knocking your doors in this 1 year of time, specifically for something which is very lifetime event. So for long you're not able to find someone, you're not able to buy your first house, you're not able to pass any government job exam or something. So all those events which somehow can change the shape of our life in a positive way. So regarding that front guys, I only have good things to say. And over here we are not only talking about Jupiter return or basis your ascendant, we have to also take into consideration the nature of the zodiac sign as well. So for you it is going to be taking place in a zodiac sign which is very driven towards the wealth, towards luxury, towards comforts, towards stability, security, possessiveness. So I would say this thing that in all these domains, specifically the overall look and feel and theme of this transit of Jupiter is very commercial, it's very wealth driven only, because coming into a sign, being a dispositor of the planet Rahu, aspecting and activating Ketu with its aspect and all. So overall it's a very good transit, and for you there are like some additional gifts which will be awaiting for you. And guys, I would recommend this thing that, see, astrology is a field of research as well. So go back down in your memory lane if you're of that age. Like if you're obviously if you're watching my video, you must be at least you will not be minor to the best of my guess. So I mean to say that when last time it happened, like if you're already 35, 40, so when last time this event happened 12 years back, what was the theme of that one whole year? Like definitely changed dashas will also play a significant role, but how luck supported you when you were going through that 1 year of Jupiter return, that is something which you have to write in the comment section. But overall a very good transit. Now guys, let's say for example if your Venus is placed in the Taurus. So again guys, it's a very good combination, because as you know that Venus, like if I were to say that Venus being exalted in the Pisces is a good combination for that unconditional love in your personality. Venus being in the Libra is all business, it's all very commercially driven, very good in maintaining relation, maintaining repo and all. Now when we talk about Venus in the Taurus, definitely guys, this is a combination where we talk about all the material possession of the life, where we talk about good food, where we talk about good relationship, wealth, enjoyment, all sort of comforts in the life. Like generally I have seen this thing that people who have either Moon or Venus in the Taurus, they have got very good eye for the beautiful things, they have got very good taste in the life. So now guys, now because now Jupiter is going to be entering over here. Now you know this thing that Jupiter is a planet of expansion, so all of the likings and taste of yours will definitely have a kind of a uplifting energy attached to it. So let's say for example you are a art collector for long, and this entry of Jupiter over here might instill this thing with you that okay, it's enough of just gathering the art. Why couldn't I do some courses, attend some workshop, and I shall try my hands in the painting as well, in sculpting as well, taking some improv and acting classes as well. So definitely guys, Jupiter is going to be coming in with lot many blessings and new opportunities for you. So for all those people who are already, see, because if you have a Taurus Venus, that means you are a very pure Venusian type. So in whatsoever form, somehow Venus energy is going to be around you. Now this could be in the form of very loving, lovey-dovey people around you. This could be all sort of wealth, comfort, luxury all around you. So over here, and this entry of the Jupiter over here will definitely expand this whole territory of Venus operating in the Taurus domain. So yes guys, I would say this thing that for good commercial financial opportunities point of view and good harmony and support within the family dynamics and the family matters and all, it's going to be a very uplifting transit. And definitely guys, lot many people are going to be driven with this uplifting thoughts of inspiring the world with your knowledge, with your expertise, with your skill set. So those who are already operating in the domain of the Venus, it's going to be very uplifting, very fortunate transit for them. Like luck will, you will witness that divine touch or support of the luck in the most unusual times. So those who are already in the domain of the Venus will actually receive the gift of the blessings, and those who are out of it, they might also get those kind of opportunities to make a foray into this or try their hands into this, because Rahu energy is also somehow added with the transit of the planet Jupiter, because Jupiter is the dispositor of Rahu as well, and Rahu wants to explore, it wants to experiment, it wants to try new things. So overall, a good uplifting time for the Taurus Venus natives. Now guys, when we talk about, let's say for example, if your Saturn is placed in the Taurus, so guys, understand this thing, that when we talk about from Saturn's point of view, see, Saturn is a very dry planet, first of all, to begin with. Now the good part with this kind of placement is that I have generally seen that people who are like, we say this thing that, see, in our whole zodiac belt, we say this thing that we experience fame through Capricorn, wherever it is in the chart. We experience all sort of connection, friendship gains through whichever Aquarius is in the chart. We experience good food, wealth, luxury, comfort, being well fed, being well taken care by from the energy of the Taurus in our natal chart. Now when Saturn is placed over here, trust me, I have seen those guys like in India, in overseas, guy is millionaire, he has load of money, and he still rides the worst of the oldest model of a two-wheeler, and he rides around in it. He just wear the very basic regular clothes. He even saves money in eating good food. So why? Because Saturn is going to make him so dry that and we say this thing, that is the only reason your Venus has to be strong. Like, and I have also seen people with a strong Venus, even if their pocket is not allowing them, they always say one thing, that okay, basic comfort is something where I cannot compromise. Even if I have to take a executive ticket for a flight journey, eat once in a while, but when I will eat at a good place, in a good restaurant. So that is the mindset of someone who's going to have a strong Venus. So now the point which I'm saying over here is that Saturn's placement in the Taurus is very good for staying firm with your ethics, with your morals, and your capacity to amass good fortune, amass and have strong assets and wealth in the life. So, but when we talk about the enjoyable aspect of it, over there Saturn somehow dry things out now, because Jupiter is going to be transiting over it. So yes guys, definitely when we talk about from the finance point of view, when we talk about like taking some important decision in your family life and all, regarding that front, this entry of the Jupiter over this natal Saturn is going to be a very good news for you. And also guys, like the way I mentioned this thing, that somehow like these are among those people, Saturn being in the Taurus, are the good intellectuals as well. Those, like, these are among those people who have got very good practical real life experiences of the life, very wise and mature souls. So now because Jupiter is going to be transiting over it, so lot many Saturn in the Taurus natives are going to be uplifted and inspired to do something to give back to the society, like in a way like running some charities or whatever your experiences, putting it in a book form and publishing the book, or starting your own YouTube channel, or start giving some voluntary classes to the youth and all. So in this kind of mindset, this entry and transit of this Jupiter over your natal Taurus Saturn will function. So yes guys, overall there is no flaw. I would say this thing, that the entry of Jupiter will definitely make you a little bit flexible, optimistic, and that degree and sense of motivation is going to be there in order to achieve more in the domain of your family dynamics or in the domain of your financial wealth portfolio. Now guys, now when we talk about the transit of Jupiter over the natal Rahu and the Ketu, so let's say for example, if your Rahu is placed in the Taurus, now like there is a debate, but lot many astrologers also see and take Taurus Rahu as the sign of exaltation. So definitely guys, this is the kind of a placement which can give you very hypnotic charm. It can also make you a very good speaker. You might have got a very good fancy words in your vocabulary and all. Even in the matters of finance and having a comfortable life and all, it's a supportive placement. Like native is going to be very opportunistic, very smart enough in terms of any financial opportunity. Now Jupiter is going to be transiting over it. So definitely guys, Jupiter is going to be expanding the domain of the Taurus Rahu for you. So see, the thing is, vulnerability generally comes when Rahu transit over the natal Jupiter. But if Jupiter is going to be transiting over this Rahu, definitely it is going to make you little bit restrained, disciplined. Luck will support you in the most unusual times for the things which you will be trying to achieve or accomplish. So yes guys, pertaining to the matters of your finance, wealth, and nothing could be better than that if you're also utilizing the this Taurus Rahu energy and using it in the Jupiterian style, like kind of educating people. You have a vlogging channel, you work as a trainer, as a motivational speaker or something, or working in the domain of the finance, international business, or investment banker and all. So those people will very strongly get benefited with this transit of Jupiter over there, this natal Taurus Rahu. And lastly guys, when we talk about, let's say for example, if your Ketu is going to be placed in the Taurus. So again guys, this is a kind of a sensitive placement, because if your Ketu is placed in the Taurus, that place Rahu in the Scorpio as well. So Ketu is the planet of detachment and all. So a lot many times like people do not know why they're not able to amass things. There is money coming in, but why they're not able to safeguard it, or why they always have this slip of tongue, wrong words spoken at the wrong times. So in case of all these mysteries and perplexing situation which you might be facing in the matters of your financial wealth portfolio and all, I would say this thing that, or the same in the family dynamics as well, unusual encounters, unusual treatment with the family ties or from the immediate family members and all. So I would say this thing that whenever Jupiter transit over the natal Ketu, it somehow activates it. So this 1 year is going to be a very strong saving grace, a very strong period for you to find the answers for all these kind of situation which you might have dealt in the past, but also to build something. And along with that, have that strong interest in religion, in spirituality, like this is a kind of a typical combination. Like if you are already an astrologer, so I can assure you that during this time you can make some very groundbreaking sort of predictions. Whatever you will say, that might turn out true. And also in all those kind of situation and circumstances, like in stock market and all, so experiencing luck in the most sudden, unpredictable, unusual kind of circumstances is a typical theme whenever Jupiter is transiting over the natal Taurus Ketu. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.